Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bold Fans channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Spoilers for B&B. Is Eric Forrester spying on Beatty? On The Bold and the Beautiful, is Eric Forrester going too far with the proverb, keep your friends close, and your enemies closer? When the patriarch of Forrester Creations applied for a design position at Logan, Katie Spencer and soap opera watchers at home were taken aback. However, it's possible that Eric has hidden agendas. Eric and Katie's unholy alliance. Unlike his overconfident son Ridge, Eric Forrester has a long history in the fashion industry and is aware that Katie Spencer's new venture could cause problems for Forrester Creations. Perhaps there's a reason Eric is choosing to win over Bill Spencer and Katie instead of going to battle with them like Ridge has. Next week's spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful indicate that although Katie Spencer has some misgivings, she is determined to win Eric Forrester over. Katie might pay a price for her hasty choice. Fans find it difficult to believe that Eric will actually betray his son Ridge Forrester, and some social media speculation suggests that he might simply be speaking with Katie to learn more about Forrester Creations' new rival. Does Eric Forrester switch teams? Ridge's father may have originally intended to exact revenge on his son and Brooke Logan, because he is rather unhappy about being retired by his family. But once things get going, Eric can start to feel bad and alter his mind. Additionally, he is in a prime position to conduct espionage and spying at Katie and Dollar Bill's new business. Do you believe that Katie Spencer's alliance with Ridge's father is a grave mistake? Will her collaboration with Eric Forrester be more detrimental than beneficial? Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Steffi tells Finn that if Sheila hurts Taylor, their marriage will end. Ultimatums are Steffi Forrester's favorite thing on The Bold and the Beautiful. She has already offered her husband, Dr. Finn, several ultimatums regarding his biological mother, Sheila Carter. Steffi's husband will soon receive another ultimatum since Taylor Hayes is caught in the between. Will his marriage be doomed or will he be able to comply with his wife's requests? When Finn discovered that Sheila Carter was his biological mother, Steffi Forrester made it very evident that she was not permitted to be involved in their life. On Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila came dangerously close to ending Finn's marriage multiple times. Finn has shown his devotion to his wife Steffi. Sheila's devoted husband has severed all contact with her, and she is not permitted to visit her grandson. Steffi issued a similar warning after it was discovered that Luna Nozawa was Finn's psychotic biological daughter. Once more, Finn put Steffi and their kids above his own blood. Finn's devotion to his wife is undeniable. In fact, on multiple occasions Luna almost killed Steffi because of his love for her. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn may not be able to fulfill this ultimatum. Steffi worries about her mother Taylor Hayes' safety as Sheila Carter spirals out of control and is on the verge of going on the warpath. It's for good reason too. If Taylor believes she can take Sheila's husband and escape punishment, she is insane. What would happen if Steffi's mother was harmed by Finn's mother? Steffi wants Finn to do the impossible before things get out of control. Steffi will probably advise Finn to take charge of his biological mother. She might even say to her husband that their marriage is finished if something happens to Taylor. Steffi's belief that Finn can persuade his mother to change her opinion when she is seeking retribution seems a touch ridiculous. However, her son is most likely the one who can reach Sheila and save Taylor. If Sheila attacks Taylor, do you think the Shin marriage will end? Is Finn really able to stop his mother? The Bold and the Beautiful week of January 19th update. Taylor's big error and Hope's emergency mission according to The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of January 19th to 23rd. Taylor Hayes makes a grave error and Hope Logan Spencer will take on an urgent task. There will be a lot going on the CBS soap opera since Dylan will also make a pledge. Spencer will question Ridge Forrester about his job security at Forrester Creations, because he is concerned that the incident involving Katie Logan Spencer could blow things up for him. RJ Forrester might complain that Electra Forrester is too attractive for Bill Spencer's kid after learning that she is seeing Will. Although Will and RJ haven't spoken in years, B&B teasers indicate that their rivalry will formally begin next week. Regarding Dylan, Electra won't be able to get rid of some of her concerns. Electra will confide in Will, and possibly acknowledge that she worries about Dylan pursuing her lover. Will might not believe Dylan is more appreciative of his assistance. In any case, Will might assure Electra that he is devoted to Dylan, and doesn't want to be more than friends with him. Additionally, Dylan will promise Elektra that there won't be any issues with limits. Dylan and Will had some intimate moments at the beach home though, so she might soon break that promise. Concerned that her mother isn't paying attention to her warnings, Steffi Forrester Finnegan will beg Taylor Hayes to release Deacon Sharp. Hope and Steffi will talk again about the dangers of Taylor and Deacon's developing relationship. Hope will be on an emergency assignment at Deacon and Sharp's residence since Sheila Sharp has the potential to completely lose her mind. Hope might try to convince Deacon of the dangers of his Taylor relationship by having a private conversation with him. But Deacon and Taylor won't be able to control their emotions when they reunite later in the week. Even though they are aware that they might be incurring Sheila's wrath, Taylor and Deacon might exchange some passionate kisses. There will be a desperate attempt to keep Sheila in the dark about Deacon and Taylor's growing bond. When John Finnegan encounters Sheila at Il Giardino, he too will have to hold secrets. Regarding Eric Forrester's position at Logan, he might not yet tell Brooke Logan Forrester the whole truth. Donna Logan Forrester will believe that Katie Logan Spencer should tell Brooke that Eric is her new designer, but Katie might let Eric handle it. Eric will want to demonstrate to Brooke and Ridge that he deserves more respect than they have been showing him, regardless of how much he decides to reveal at this time. According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, Eric will continue with his Logan designer plan and strive to make Katie's fashion house a tremendous success. Keep checking back for any more significant news that may be revealed. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Will with Dylan or Elektra with RJ cheats first? According to teasers on The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers are now wondering who would cheat first. Would Spencer with Dylan or Elektra Forrester with RJ Forrester? Based on the love quartet that B&B is setting up, this plot might go any way. It began when Will provided Dylan a roof over her head after realizing she was living in her car. Dylan will have more opportunities to interact with Will and spend time with him now that she appears to be preparing for a position at Forrester Creations. Elektra will still have to cope with some suspicions even though Dylan will continue to act as though she poses no threat to Will and Elektra's relationship. Elektra might end up in RJ's arms as a result of those suspicions. In their early encounters together, Elektra and RJ showed some chemistry, as evidenced by RJ's joke about protecting Elektra's heart when he took off her necklace. The pairing of RJ and Elektra is inevitable, but will it take place prior to or following a Will split? Elektra's growing paranoia about Dylan luring Will could contribute to the love catastrophe. Even if Will is completely innocent, it's easy to see Elektra seeing a compromising position that gives her the wrong impression. Without providing an explanation, Elektra can quickly leave and soothe herself by kissing or even hitting the covers with RJ. If Elektra discovers that things between Will and Dylan weren't entirely as they looked, that could lead to regrets in the future. On the other hand, there might just be some outright dishonesty. Will might give in to temptation with Dylan because the Spencer men have a history of waffling. Similarly, Elektra is clearly drawn to RJ. The temptation might finally become unbearable since RJ is likely to pursue Elektra and attempt to take her away from Will. In any case, without a few betrayals, this love quartet would be meaningless. Stay tuned for updates on any unfavorable news that may come up. It all comes down to who will cheat first and start the next stage of this plot. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Will, Elektra, RJ and Dylan will become entangled in a brand new drama. January 19th to 23rd. Weekly Bold and the Beautiful must-watch moments. Dylan's promise and Deacon's choice. In Los Angeles, tensions rise as Elektra takes a strong stance against Dylan. Secrets threaten to blow up, and Deacon and Taylor cease battling over their relationship. Deacon makes a decision and he and Taylor can no longer hide their feelings for one another. According to the weekly must-watch moments from The Bold and the Beautiful for January 19th to 23rd. Everyone rushes to prevent Sheila from discovering the truth. Additionally, Dylan assures Elektra that she won't break any lines after she confides in Will about her worries about him. Next week, watch CBS or Paramount Plus to witness every dramatic scene. Key takeaways. When Deacon and Taylor finally give in to emotions they can no longer suppress, Deacon is forced to make a pivotal decision. As several individuals work to prevent Sheila from discovering the truth about Deacon and Taylor, secrets spiral out of control. Elektra expresses worries about Dylan and establishes limits that might change their relationship in the future. Week of January 19th to 23rd Monday, January 19th, episode number 9696. May worries about how Katie's choice may impact his own standing at Forrester. RJ finds out that Electra and Will are dating. Donna urges Katie to be honest with Brooke. Will and RJ, episode number 9697. Tuesday, January 20th. Meet in person for the first time in a long time. Steffi urges Taylor to stop treating Deacon on Wednesday, January 21st. Episode number 9698. Deacon and Taylor are unable to suppress their emotions any longer. Thursday, January 22nd. Episode number 9699. Electra tells Will about her worries regarding Dylan. Everyone rushes to conceal Deacon and Taylor from Sheila. Dylan assures Electra not to breach boundaries in Friday, January 23rd. Episode 9700. At Il Giardino, Finn attempts to stay away from Sheila. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Katie Logan Spencer is ecstatic, but season watchers are confident that when Dollar Bill Spencer is involved, something always goes wrong. Katie's new fashion firm appears to be a dream come true at first glance. After years of living in Brooke's shadow, momentum is finally on her side. Designers are lining up, and excitement is building. Beneath the glitzy fabrics and runway aspirations, however, is a risky question. Did Katie truly read the fine print before entrusting her career to Bill Spencer? Dollar Bill makes miracles and messes at the moment. Katie is concentrating on her creative side, selecting collections, recruiting designers, and creating a business that she can finally call her own. Investor meetings, financial sheets, and boardrooms? Not very much. In fact, viewers are left wondering if Beatty has a boardroom at all. Katie was enthralled with the romance and excitement when Bill offered to support her design firm. She didn't question him. She didn't ask for openness. She had faith in him. And in the past? That's where the danger arises. Bill Spencer is incredibly powerful and has an abundance of resources. Without blinking, Bill threw millions at a fictitious brain tumor when his son Liam was allegedly dying. There is no mountain that Bill won't climb if he truly loves you. However, Bill's business background is anything but spotless. Bill Spencer's dark side lets not change the past. Yes, Justin Barber is the same man that manipulated markets, made brutal backroom deals, broke the law more times than fans can remember, and even had a hitman on staff. And that presents a terrifying prospect. Will Bill choose to act dishonestly as the conflict between Katie's business and Forrester Creations intensifies? Could Justin Barber reappear as Bill's fixer in the background, resolving issues in ways that shouldn't be resolved? Bill battles to win, not to be fair. And Katie's entire business may be in jeopardy because of that. Does Katie's company have a legal landmine? A concerning notion has been circulating in the BNB community. Katie's business might never take off. What would happen if Katie found out that the money driving her success came from dubious investors, illicit activities, or unjustifiable financial shortcuts after all the emotional investment, the breakup of the family, and staking her independence on this dream? Katie might have to give up everything she's worked for if regulators show up or the Forresters find something unpleasant. What's the worst part? She might not even anticipate it. Is Dollar Bill really trustable to Katie? According to Bill Spencer, the techniques are justified by the results. Katie is a firm believer in doing things correctly. Just that distinction has the potential to ruin Beatty's business before it ever makes it to the runway. Therefore, the true question is not whether Bill can defend Katie's fashion firm, but rather if his defense is what will cause it to fail. Will Bill's history eventually catch up with him? Will a legal nightmare that Katie never agreed to catch her off guard? Will love be sufficient to withstand the revelation of the truth? Katie may be ecstatic right now, but no matter where Dollar Bill Spencer travels, there will always be storms. Spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Is Daphne Rose's mother going to ruin the wedding before it even starts because of her dangerous past? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Daphne Rose's fanciful engagement to Carter Walton may already be in jeopardy, and Los Angeles may not pose the greatest threat. Alternatively, it might arrive on a transatlantic trip directly from Paris, encased in emotional baggage, unresolved family tragedy, and designer bags. Indeed, there are rumors circulating among BNB insiders that Daphne's chaotic and erratic mother may soon make her way to Los Angeles, with potentially disastrous consequences. It's almost a given that there would be pre-wedding turmoil, and Carter Walton might soon learn that winning Daphne over was the easy part. Gaining the support of her family, particularly her mother, can be an entirely different struggle. Although prior sneak previews hinted at interruptions that didn't happen right away, the program has been methodically laying the groundwork for unresolved issues in Daphne's background for weeks. This doesn't imply the story was dropped. It might have just been postponed, waiting for the ideal opportunity to present itself, in traditional Bold and the Beautiful fashion. The timing couldn't be more ideal now that Daphne and Carter are formally engaged. A proposal that startled people outside of Los Angeles when Daphne Rose accepted Carter Walton's proposal. It had an impact on Forrester Creations, the Paris fashion industry, and the B&B fanbase. Daphne said that she was taken aback by the proposal. This was not a woman seeking stability at any costs, nor was she in a frenzied search for a ring. Daphne had actually informed Carter and others on several occasions that she didn't require a partnership to be whole. She had previously declined proposals. She cherished her independence. Her career was important to her. Autonomy was important to her. Because of this, her abrupt decision to wed Carter is all the more important and suspicious to anyone who is aware of her past, including her mom. It makes sense that Daphne's family will react strongly, possibly even alarmed, as word of the engagement goes back to Paris. From their point of view, Daphne has not only decided to stay in Los Angeles rather than go back home, but she has also made the decision to commit herself to a man who has a convoluted and lengthy romantic past. That might be sufficient on its own to initiate a family intervention, and Daphne's mother appears to be the most likely candidate to lead that intervention. Why Daphne's mother is the most dangerous wedding guest of all soap history reveals that, particularly on The Bold and the Beautiful, no character shows up quietly and no parent shows there without a plan. If Daphne's mother were to travel to Los Angeles, it would be for more than just celebration. She was come to evaluate, question, and perhaps even sabotage. Daphne's mother would have many grounds to mistrust Carter Walton based on what we now know. His reputation comes before him. He's already made a proposal. He's fallen quickly before. He has a history of public failure. His amorous history is lengthy, disorganized, and replete with failed engagements. Carter may appear less like the ideal fiancé and more like a walking red sign to a controlling or protective mother. Daphne's mother putting Carter through a series of tests, questioning his commitment, examining his intentions, and pressuring him to demonstrate that this engagement is not simply another rash decision, would be entirely consistent with her character. Despite his self-assurance, Carter might not be able to withstand that examination as well as he believes. A mother who doesn't trust love, or men. It's also possible that Daphne's mother is extremely cynical about love in general, rather than just doubtful. She might reflect her personal experiences of broken relationships, betrayal, or financial dependence onto her daughter's decisions. She saw Daphne's engagement as a risky gamble, rather than a romantic victory. Just weeks before the wedding, this could result in heated arguments, emotional blackmail, and private discussions meant to sow doubt in Daphne's mind. Is Carter really any different? Is he truly dedicated? Or is Daphne preparing herself for disappointment? An otherwise strong relationship could be undermined by those questions alone. Or is Daphne's mother pursuing something very different? Naturally, this is The Bold and the Beautiful, and selfless intentions are rarely the whole picture. There is increasing conjecture that Daphne's mother might be far less protective and more opportunistic. She could see Los Angeles as a location of possibility for herself, rather than a place where she had to worry about her daughter. Given the proximity of the Forresters, Spencers, and influential CEOs like Carter Walton, Daphne's mother may see this trip as an opportunity to ensure her own future, whether it be personally, socially, or financially. Would she be able to flirt with a rich businessman? Could she try to woo someone who was close to Carter? Could she intentionally provoke scandal, knowing that upheaval gives her leverage? Daphne's mother might blow up several plots at once if she is a manipulator, gold digger, or emotional wild card. The ultimate conflict, loyalty versus independence. Daphne's internal conflict is one of the most interesting aspects of this plot. Daphne has always described herself as self-sufficient. She has resisted pressure to settle down, expectations, and control. It was a deliberate decision to accept Carter's proposition, which represented development rather than surrender. However, Daphne might be caught between duty to her family and loyalty to herself if her mother shows there and starts to doubt that decision. Does she stand up for Carter? Does she resist her mother? Or does her previous training come back to haunt her, making her doubt everything? The interaction could be severely strained by that emotional struggle, particularly if Carter feels marginalized or undercut. Carter Walton. Does he crack under fire or remain calm under pressure? Carter Walton has consistently portrayed himself as calm, logical, and emotionally mature. However, according to B&B teasers, he might be put to the test in a way that no previous relationship has. It's one thing to be questioned by a partner's mother. Another is being deemed undeserving. Being suspected of having hidden agendas may make one defensive, resentful, or insecure. Even one negative reaction from Carter may confirm Daphne's mother's worries and sow doubt for a long time. Alternatively, this plot could establish Carter as a long-term love anchor if he steps up to the plate, maintains his composure, and demonstrates his commitment by deeds rather than words. There will be a lot of pressure in either case. Why this storyline makes sense now. In soap opera storytelling, timing is crucial, and everything is coming together flawlessly. Los Angeles is Daphne's preference over Paris. She has opted for marriage over self-sufficiency. Out of all the suitors, she has selected Carter. Family is the most natural source of conflict, and those decisions have repercussions. B&B seems prepared to increase Daphne's emotional stakes, broaden her past, and better incorporate her into the canvas now that 2026 has begun. All of that is accomplished simultaneously when her mother is introduced. Additionally, it naturally produces crossover turmoil between Carter's professional status, the Spencer orbit, and Forrester creations. One thing is evident from spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Daphne and Carter's journey to the altar will not be easy. The wedding may be in danger before invitations even go out. Something is going to happen, whether it takes the kind of romantic meddling, personal scandal, or maternal distrust, and it will make Daphne and Carter face difficult realities. Will Daphne's mom approve? Will she get involved?
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.